What's going on, everybody? Slang Dutchman here, and today we're going over my little car collection. Let's just start off at the beginning. The car that sort of started the channel, the E36. It's now with delivery. It's sort of in full glory. It needs some work done engine wise, but if you follow the channel you know what's up with that. M50 turbo build is coming. Everything is inside the shed, so just parts and time. Then I think you all know this car. Everything that I've done to it, from the roll cage to the wheels to the everything, is documented on the channel. So if you want to know anything about this car, just scroll down and just look for the video. I mean, I have named the video whatever I'm doing, so it's just very easy to find. But yeah, I'm in love with this car. It needs some work. The wheel is not completely round because I bashed this against the curb. I have another set of wheels, need to get them widened. But I just have a new workshop, so this is sort of a little bit on the back burner. I want to get everything done and sorted first before I move on to anything else. But like seats, they're a little bit ripped. I have some plans with that to make some new cushions in a very cool style. So there's so much more that's still going to be done to this car. Far from done. It's more the most show worthy of the whole fleet, but there's a lot still need to be done. I think I had this car for 3, almost 4 years now, and I bought it as a bone stock car. Then we come to the Volvo, the workhorse. This thing just always does what I ask it to. It's not the best looking one. I mean, by that I mean it's the facelift. I changed the grille, changed the headlights a little bit, so it has more of that old school 740 vibe. I have the cool wheels though. They're not straight, but none of them are. You don't feel it while driving. It's not like they're going like this, but like it's a little bit pain in the ass to balance out. But like this car, I have a mattress that I then throw in the back. If we go to car events that are multiple days, we sleep in the back. We go camping with friends, we sleep in the back. It's warm, cozy. It's such an awesome ride. I mean, here we have just a big 4-seater, 5-seater even, and you just flick this back and bam, and you have a whole load of storage. There's some cardboard in there because that was here from unpacking stuff. Gonna take it home because, you know, recycle. But yeah, I cannot say much about this car then it's a 90 shitbox and part of the Slow Car Club. If you like these stickers, I made them myself. Same as this one. So, oh, that one. Oh, that one. Well, not that one. But if you like what you see sticker wise, come to see us at an event. But like, this is the workhorse, man. This thing always works, always does what you ask it to. Cool spoiler I made myself, just a piece of sheet metal, bend it a little bit, and now it's I mean, I can really hang on this. It's functional. Other than that, I don't think I've done any mods. 940 rear taillights, so it doesn't have the orange blinker, just the 2 white ones. Other than that, I think the car is pretty stock, and that's part of, I don't know, it's lowered, I think. I cut the springs, like 2 rings, so there's that. Other than that, it's pretty much stock, and it's a workhorse, so it doesn't need cool modifications or ready to be drifting. Maybe if this is to get a replacement, I will just weld the diff and use this as a missile, so I can keep that as nice, and this one as a I don't give a fuck. Doesn't have a lot of power, but should work, solid rear axle and everything. I owned this car for, I think I bought it after the E36, so roughly 3 years, something like that. But then we go on to the Honda Civic, back in the Honda game. This is my girlfriend's car. If you followed the channel recently, we just started sort of building this car. So as you can see now, it's pretty low. The rear is not as low, which I don't know why, but I have another set of springs. Maybe they will work, and we put those on, and we have more adjustability, so we can lower this down more and slam it more. Because the front fitment is sort of cool. I like that. And then the rear is, it's raking a little bit forward, which I don't like. So we're gonna change that. Also, if you can see, like, it has some spots like this because I've been sanding this all down, because this is now smooth. If you compare that to something like the roof, there's so much shit and little bumps in it because the previous owner, even though she's a mechanic, she did not know what she was doing. I recently fixed the front lights because one of the headlights completely stopped working because a fuse blew, because the wires in there, normally there's a socket with like 3 points that goes on the back of that lamp. They just used little wires and little crimping shoes to just slide on there. They weren't fitting, they made them fit, but of course that's not up for the task for a headlight, so it was melting, shorting out, stuff like that. And I was like, why even do that if it's so easy to get just a plug like that from any other car? Because the lights, like, I used the plug from an old headlight that I had from the Volvo, because it's all the same, it's the same headlight unit, so it has the same fitment on the back, so why not do it instant? Then we have very simple little exhaust mod. There was a dual tip, made it a one tip, and there's not really much otherwise to say about this car other than we have a lot more work coming for it. I mean, I slammed it here and you see that the fucking, what is it, body filler was cracking, and I have new fenders for this, because if you want to give it a new color, you need to make sure that the base is good. So we have new doors, new fenders, new weld-in fenders for the rear. When that is all done, you will see it on the channel very soon. When that is all done, we're gonna go with the color and more fun items to make it cooler. Then we have this one. I always call it your 16-year-old girlfriend because that's what the license plate says. This thing, not this side, because this door is fading. I don't know why. Red cars always have those issues, but this door it's terrible. And I got a new door, which I guess I took the other one by mistake. Well, I bought this car from a friend of mine fairly cheap, and I just can't get rid of it because it's, every time I see it, it's a pretty awesome car. I mean, the rear seats, little buckets. Then the front is pretty, well, it's 90s, simple, basic. Interior is not the most interesting part, but just it has pop-up headlights, so that's a win. I mean, this angle, this car, look at that. So this is a 91, I believe this is a 97, this is a 91, and this is a 96. All my cars, and most of them are 91, because this is a 91 model, last version with the pop-ups. And just, I don't know, I have no reason to own this car, but then again, when I see it standing like this, I'm like, it's pretty cool. I don't want to get really rid of it. Otherwise, it was the plan to like fix this up, make it nice, give it MOT, maybe flip it, make some money off that, do the same with another car, and just work my way up. But last car on the fleet is the CRX. This is sort of my first love. When I saw this car the first time, I was 10, 11, 12 years old, and I was going to my nearest town, and I saw a car like this driving around, and I was like, I don't know what it is, but I really like the body style. I mean, the bumpers just hang on for a little bit just for looks, but like, especially the rear end of this car, CRXs, they look so cool. And I saw that car and I was like, I don't know what it is, but that thing is really cool. Years later, one of my friends bought a CRX. a red one. And I was like, damn bro, I always saw that car like that was maybe then when we were 18 somewhat, so 8 years later. One of my mates got a red CRX and I was like, damn, that's a cool car. I always saw those, like I saw one of them driving around in black and it's very cool. And then his little brother was working at a wrecking yard, and then he called me one day and was like, dude, they just brought in a CRX. And I was like, okay, say no more. And I was on my lunch break, I went to the wrecking yard, saw the car. It was smashed in the front, it was hitting a tree or a pole or whatever it did, so I replaced the front after that. But like, it had damage on the front. It was running, driving-ish, clutch was slipping, was terrible. I was like, fuck it, I paid 400 euros back then, which is at least 10 years ago from now. Yeah, I think, yeah, it was over 10 years ago. Because I just bought this before I met my current girlfriend, and that's over 10 years ago. So I have this car for more than 10 years. But I just started it and drove it home in my lunch break. No insurance, no nothing. And I even I was like, I'm gonna take the B road home, so you know, no problems with cops or whatever. And yes, there was a cop. My car was dying on the intersection, wasn't starting up, and I was just struggling to get it running again. And then suddenly it fired up, started driving, and then there was a cop coming the other way. This thing, also the exhaust that was on here, maybe people know them, there was the riser pipes. They were at least this size, and they were like dual tips. It was loud as fuck. And I'm so lucky, and I still am amazed that the cop didn't pull me over, because I would have been fucked. Because driving without any papers or like a legal MOT or whatever is not even just, it's a felony here. So it's a good ticket and other problems. But I brought it home and then went to my mom's house like, Mom, you need to bring me to work because I just dropped the car off here and I have no way back to work. So she jumped in the car, brought me back to work. It was a little bit late. It even cost me my job at the long run, because that was like one of the things that I said, like, well, that was not a good thing to do. So, you know, point deduction, and that added up a little bit. It was a shitty job anyway, and at the end of the day, 10 years later, I still have a CRX. So fuck that job. So the interior of this car right now is empty, but I used to be a little ricer that wanted everything emptied out and water running. But I wasn't stupid and I saved everything. I have the original seats, I have the original side panels, the original rear bench. The only thing I think I don't have is the like the back cover that people usually drill speakers in and fuck them up. But other than that, I have everything. It just needs a lot of attention. And from all the cars that I have, the BMW is dear to my heart, and this one. The Volvo just always works. I know I don't have to worry about that. But this needs some love and attention more than the Celica. The Celica is cool, but the CRX is just different level. Other than that, I have nothing to say. I just hope you guys really are excited for the content. I mean, it was usually that one, and then the Civic came along, and then I found a place now to work at, and we found these. So, or found these, I had these, but now we can roll them all in one spot. This is now all clean. I've cleaned it up inside, or my girlfriend went with the broom and cleaned it up a lot when I was washing the cars outside, so it's nice and clean. We can now roll them in and just put them on jack stands and start working on them, because I just took like all the dirt out of the gutters here, top side, and also in the bonnet, underneath the bonnet, like the front valence, I think you call that, underneath the front windshields and everything, full of leaves, debris, and just bleh. Same with this car. So now it's all clean, so we can start working on them. So you're gonna start, and I basically just thought it would be a cool video, because this is the first time in my life that I have all my cars collected in one spot. And what a proud fleet though. Japanese, European workhorse, European chaser. It's my wannabe chaser. So I can look at this all day. But anyway, I want to thank you each and everyone for watching. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.